What's up, guys? Just back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a review for AEW Dynamite. So let's get to it then with the segment. King of the segment, Daniel Garcia's team hits Ali Khan's power walking down to the ring to kick off the show. He says patience is a virtue. He knows MJF is here in the building and he's not feeling Verderos tonight. How you want to say it? He wants to break MJF's neck. We hear, but do not see MJF singing, "Oh, Danny boy." The pipes, his mic stops working. He mentions this, and the camera shows him sitting down with a glass of wine. MJF says Garcia looks like an emaciated skinhead on Zembic, whatever he was it. He says he doesn't attack people from behind like Garcia. Garcia says everyone knows he's fake. He talks about MJF taking a trip to Turkey to get a hair transplant that didn't work. He says he wears makeup to cover up his acne. Garcia says MJF has fake love for AEW. He says he doesn't love AEW like he does. He tells MJF he can get as many fake tattoos painted on the back of his ankle as he wants. MJF tries to talk, but Garcia cuts him off. He tells her to listen for a change. He says if he can find a woman that loves him for more than a year to marry her and have kids, but no, every time you pick up your ugly baby, you'll feel a tingling in your neck. Garcia is going to break it. MJF applauds Garcia. Did you guys hear that? Daddy learned how to speak my word. He tells Garcia he still has a lot of learning to do. He vows to put Garcia in a wheelchair. He brings up Garcia's mother. He says she'll take care of him while he's laid up in bed. He says, Lord knows you won't be the first man laying on their back on her bed that she happily tended to. That's super fucked up. Alright, Garcia charges the barricade, throwing security guards left and right as he continues making his way through the crowd, and attempt to to get up the stairs where MJF is seated. See it way up high in the building. He finally gets up there, but while dealing with the last security guard, MJF breaks a glass over his face to knock him out. MJF sips some more wine and grabs a mic. He picks up a bloody Garcia and asks if he minds if he takes a seat right next to him. He does. He puts his arm around him. In this life, they say every man must go through hell before they reach paradise. He thanks Garcia for waking up something in him that has been dormant for far too long. He says, as a token of his appreciation, he's going to send Garcia straight to paradise, and for that, you can thank me later. He kisses Garcia on his bloody dome and walks off with blood smear on his own lips. All right, we're backstage this time. Renee Paquette is backstage with a conglomeration and Will Ospreay. Ospreay thanks them for letting him be an honorary member tonight. He asks Mark Briscoe if he's got any words of wisdom for him. He doesn't, because a classic Briscoe style promo has Kyle Wright imitates him in the background, entertaining stuff. As always, today's word of the day is stupendous. Alright, first match coming up, AEW Continental Championship, Kazuchika Okada, who is the champion, versus Kyle Fletcher. Back inside the arena, theme for Kazuchika Okada hits, and out comes the Rainmaker for the latest defense of his AEW Continental Championship in the opening match of this week's show. The theme for Kyle Fletcher hits, and as always, Don Callis sells in on special guest commentary as one of the members of the Don Callis family sell in the ring. They talk about Fletcher's big match last week, and Callis mentions about being impressed. They talk about Fletcher's right biceps being taped up pretty heavily. The bell sounds, and Taz Excalibur Tony Schiavone talked to Callis about how Okada might target that weak area in the bout. Fans chant, "Holy shit," before anything happens. Okada starts off strong, but Fletcher hits a big high spot to him on the floor that turns the tide and sets the crowd on fire. As we shift gears into a mid-match commercial break, when we return, we see Fletcher lose ground on Okada as Okada takes back over control of the offense. He looks for the Rainmaker, but Fletcher counters with the Michioku driver for a close 2 count. Okada starts to take back over as we head to another commercial timeout. The time we return to see Fletcher stuck in a submission by Okada, which focuses on Fletcher aforementioned weak arm. Fletcher escapes but walks into a big drop kick from Okada. The action spills out to the floor where Okada kicks Fletcher over the barricade. Fletcher fights back and hits a brainbuster to Okada on the top of the barricade. Ouch. He delivers some more punishment in the crowd and plays to the fans before bringing him back into the ring. Fletcher almost has it finished off. Okada fights back with two rainmakers and dropkick. A blow bow and another rainmaker gets him the win. Uh, Konosuke Takeshita comes out and stares Okada down as he backs off and heads up the ramp. So winner is still AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada. Alright, second match, Jamie Hayter versus Robin Renegade. We see the AEW Digital exclusive release on X earlier today that shows Sora Strickland with Prince buying back his childhood home. We head to Norbury when turn. Jamie Hayter makes her way out. Already in the ring is her opponent, Robin Renegade. The bell sounds, and off we go. Hayter gets the early offensive lead as Saraya and Harley Cameron are shown watching on via a monitor backstage. Renegade starts to fight back and actually gets in some offense until she is caught coming off the top with a counter body slam. Hayter hits Hayter 8 for the win. So winner is Jamie Hayter. Alright, we have a segment coming up. Backstage, Roderick Strong is complaining to interim EVP Christian Daniels and Renee Paquette about having his foot on the ropes when in comes Hook, who admits he offers a FT title shot tonight, but Strong says he's not competing in a dump like Milwaukee. He does want his rematch though. We shoot to Marina Shafir beating up a bunch of dudes backstage. John Moxley joins her, and the two continue walking into the building. They're stopped by the Young Bucks and Jack Perry. Mox looks at Jack. You know, I don't care what they say. You're a sweet kid. Okay. He keeps walking. I'm sorry, guys. And Scalper informs us Mox is coming up next. On that note, we head to another commercial break. When we return, he comes out with Shafir to his new theme music. He talks about being in the business, being a privilege. Mox tells a story about sharing the ring with an unknown at the time young kid who turned out to be Darby Allin. He recalls beating the piss out of him for 20 minutes and him smiling afterwards. He knew he was special then. He still thinks it now. He just wants to talk to him. He doesn't want to apply pressure, but he will. So don't make him. Don't make him. He drops the mic and walks off. Alright, next match is AEW Women's Championship. The Glamour Mariah May, who is the champion, versus Nyla Rose. Alright, Renee Paquette is backstage with Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree crew. He plays footage of Orange Cassidy ruining his $7,000 jacket years ago. Cassidy comes in with Jericho right next to him, and he tells Brian Keith to tell Jericho that if Keith beats him on Collision, he'll pay $7,000 back in cash. That was funny. Alright, inside the arena, the theme for the Glamour Mariah May hits. Out comes the AEW champion for her scheduled title defense. Now Rose theme hits, and out she comes to challenge May for the gold in our next match of the evening. Shivani points out Rose has more wins than anyone in the AEW women's division. The bell sounds, off we go. May slaps Rose. Rose manhandles her. May fights back and slaps Rose over and over again. Rose hoists her up for a Death Valley driver, but May avoids it. As the action continues, we head to a mid-match commercial break. When we return, May gets the win and has a fun little celebration whirling around on the mat in the ring afterwards. So winner is still AEW Women's Champion, the Glamour Mariah May. Alright, double champion Mercedes Moné speaks. We have another segment coming up. We shoot to a vignette with Deanna Purrazzo sitting at a table drinking wine. She breaks a glass. Then we already see someone else do that earlier. Anyway, she says Texas Bull Rope was supposed to be her shining moment. She vows the era of the Verde Rosa is still coming. Purrazzo versus Hikaru Shida is announced for Friday's special live episode of Collision. They mentioned Shida versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS title at All Out on Saturday, and inform us we will hear from Moné when we return. On that note, we head to another break. Alright, we return to the annoying theme of the CEO with Taz doing the annoying CEO chant. Out she comes doing her god-awfully annoying little balance dance to the tune of her CEO theme. The double champion, who is all dressed up fancy, heads to the ring with Camille. She builds up Camille and glows for a minute until Hikaru Shida appears on the big screen with interim EVP Christian Daniels, who informs Moné that Camille will be banned from ringside during their match at All Out. Moné isn't happy. Alright, next match is our main event match. Well, after that will be another segment. Will Ospreay, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. Alright, main event time. We're almost finished with this. But first, we see the Young Bucks and Jack Perry recalls being in AEW when Bryan Danielson first arrived. He says all Bryan cared about is his fairy tale ending. He says at All Out he's not going to get that. The Young Bucks tell Danielson to tell his BCC friends they'll do whatever it takes to make sure the AEW Championship comes back where it belongs, which is elite. Back inside the arena, Bryan Danielson's theme hits out comes to help call the action in our Chill's main event as he makes his way down to the commentary desk. We shift gears into a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, the conglomeration team makes their way out along with Ospreay. Outcome their opponents after that. The team of Pac and Blackpool Combat Club duo Claudio Castagnoli and Weird Yuta. The bell sounds and O'Reilly and Yuta kick things off for the respective teams. Danielson talks about his big win at Wembley Stadium after being congratulated by Taz and company on commentary. He switches the talk to pointing over his fellow BCC member Yuta, who shows off his submission skills on the mat. Cassidy tags in and takes over as the crowd comes to life in the background. Pac tags in. It calls for Ospreay to do the same. The crowd goes nuts in anticipation of this. Ospreay obliges the two stare at each other down in preview of their showdown this Saturday at All Out for the AEW International Championship. Fans chant "Holy shit!" as they go at it. Danielson puts Ospreay over as among the best he's ever been in the ring with, and points out Pac is on that level too. After Ospreay gains the offensive upper hand, Cassidy and O'Reilly hit the ring for a big multi-person spot. The trio stare down Pac and the BCC duo as they stand tall in the ring as the main event shifts into a mid-match commercial break. This time when the show returns, we see Castagnoli, elbowing the piss out of a lifeless Cassidy in the ring. All hell breaks loose outside of the ring. Pac and Ospreay brawl. On the ramp, Ospreay looks for a hidden blade, but Pac avoids it. Ospreay hits a flipping splash on the bastard. In the ring, Cassidy connects with a diving DDT on Castagnoli. He takes his arm pad off and goes for the orange punch, but Claudio avoids it. We see Pac and Ospreay still brawling. Cassidy and O'Reilly hit a combo spot into a beach break for a close 2 count. O'Reilly slaps a guillotine choke on Castagnoli. Claudio tries slamming his way out, but O'Reilly keeps it on. Danielson admits O'Reilly would have made a great addition to the BCC. Claudio eventually escapes right into a big European uppercut to O'Reilly. He gets O'Reilly with a giant swing into the drop kick for Yuta for the win. At the match, Danielson heads to celebrate with the winning team, which includes 2 of his BCC teammates. The Elite come out and attack them from behind. Kazuchika Okada and Jack Perry and the Young Bucks beat down Danielson. Pac and Ospreay disappear from view before the end of the main event. Yuta and Claudio make the save. Claudio gets on the mic and says the Elite just made the biggest mistake of their lives. Claudio said he and Yuta have nothing to do at All Out. They changed the Young Bucks for the tag titles. So winners are Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, and Weird Yuta. Alright, we have a segment coming out. Swerve Strickland, Heyman Page, All Out contract signing, main event segment time. We're going long tonight, folks, after we see Pac lay out Will Ospreay back stage. When the cameras catch up with them, we learn that Ospreay will get medical attention ahead of their AEW National Championship showdown at All Out this coming Saturday night. Inside the arena, tables and chairs are set up, and Tony Schiavone introduces the All Out contract signing for the steel cage match between Swerve Strickland and Heyman Page. Swerve is introduced first, and he comes out with Prince Nana. Schiavone thanks him for promising no physicality tonight. Heyman is introduced. He doesn't come out. He's introduced again. Still nothing. On the big screen, Heyman is shown knocking on the door of the childhood home Swerve bought, which was shown earlier in the show. And in a digital exclusive, he says, "Whose house?" Heyman walks in the home and taunts Swerve, saying he didn't think he would give him the respect of the formality of a contract signing for something already guaranteed to happen. A steel cage bout between the two of them this weekend. He talks about the house being dirty and says Swerve's dad didn't love him. He probably wishes he wasn't born. Swerve throws the table and stands up pissed. He quotes Swerve boasting watching Heyman with his pregnant wife being taken to the hospital and how he had to choose between hate and success. He continues talking as he pours gas all over the inside of the childhood home of Swerve. Um, he says he promised to burn Swerve's world to the ground. He walks forward as he exits the house with the gas can still in hand. He says even though he didn't take the world title from him, he says he's happy to have contributed to it. He says this Saturday he's taking what's left from him, his dignity. He says he'll beg for mercy, but Heyman won't give it to him. Heyman says the night is long and it's time to say goodbye. He said if he hasn't already said goodbye to the AEW title and know you'll never hold it again. Saturday, you'll say goodbye to your health, joy, and happiness. Tonight, you'll get a little practice because tonight, live in front of the world, you get to say goodbye to Swerve's house. He lights a match and throws it, setting Swerve's childhood home on fire as Swerve screams, "No, no!" and falls to the mat in anguish, tearing up. This was evil as hell, but very well done. This has a visual goes out there and stuff. Thanks for joining us and stuff. Yeah, man, that was pretty fucked up at the end. And man, that's crazy and stuff. And yeah, can't wait to see what happens. I mean, Friday will be Collision and Rampage, and then I'll record SmackDown during that time because it's gonna start at the same time when SmackDown starts. So, anyways, so that I'll be making late videos on that. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go because my cameras feel like what's fucked up already. Anyways, that was it, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video for AEW Collision, Rampage, and WWE Friday Night SmackDown on their final night on Fox. All right, laters.